welcome. Thank you for joining me. This morning we'll be taking a flow that allows us to integrate our shadow, our dark side, and our light coming into wholeness. Take a comfortable seat on your mat, cross-legged for Sukhasana, placing your right shin in front of your left. Bringing your palms together, find a steeple grip, Kali Mudra. The last three fingers interlace, the pointer fingers connect, and the thumbs cross. Left thumb over right. This is Kali Mudra. Kali is this fierce ethereal goddess, unafraid to dance with the darkness in order to bring it into the light of our awareness, where we can integrate and embody. Softening your gaze, closing your eyes, resting your mudra, your hand gesture in your lap. And noticing yourself just exactly as you are. Not just the things you prefer, the things you like, the things that are habitually on the surface of your consciousness. But coming to your breath slowly and steadily. And just beginning to identify. To become curious. What are the things that you react to, that trigger you? These are the hints, the little breadcrumbs to our shadows, to the parts of ourselves we don't want to accept or see or embrace. Drawing the back of the tongue away from the roof of the mouth and dragging the breath across your vocal cords, creating your Ujjayi pranayama. And inhale, stretch the arms up, keep your steeple grip, Kali Mudra, hug the biceps in towards your skull, and then slide the shoulders to your waist, hug the lowest ribs in, and exhale, tip over to your right. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, tip over to your left. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, left palm to your right knee, right hand behind your butt. Twist. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Right hand to your left knee, left palm behind you. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, place the palms behind you, fingertips out to the long edges of your mat. Squeeze the elbows towards each other, pop the chest up. Place the feet in front of you about hip width apart. As you inhale, lift your hips up, find an altar shape. Maybe dropping the head back. And then exhale, see if you can thread the hands or the hips through the hands, through the wrists. Floating. Pressing the floor away, a little roundness in your spine. And then inhale, lift back up to altar. And exhale, lower down. We'll place the opposite shin in front, so left shin in front of the right. Inhale, sweep your arms up, steeple grip. Kali Mudra, this time tip over to your left as you exhale. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, over to your right. Inhale, brings you up through center. Exhale, twist right hand to your left knee. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, slide the palms 8 to 12 inches behind you. Bring the feet in front of you. Inhale, lift your hips up to the sky, altar shape, maybe drop your head back. And then exhale, thread the hips through, little roundness in the spine, hovering. Inhale, lift them back up. And exhale, lower them down, crossing the shins, rolling over, coming to a tabletop position, hands and knees. As you inhale, reach the heart forward, lift the tail. Exhale, press the floor away, round your spine, scoop the chin into the notch at the base of your throat. Inhale, arch to cow shape, and exhale, press the floor away, round to cat. One more time, inhale, arch to cow. Exhale, bring your shoulders just an inch or two forward of your wrists, bend the elbows, set your chest right between your thumbs, tail is up in the air, chin is on the mat, throat is open. Ashtanga Asana, squeeze those elbows in, and then stretch your legs back, lower the hips down, press into your palms. Inhale, snake up to your cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, through hands and knees. Exhale, bring your big toes to kiss and your sit bones to your heels in child's pose. As you inhale, walk the palms over to the right off the long edge of your mat. Anchor back through your left hip. Walking the hands through center all the way over to the left, anchoring back through your right hip, breathing like you have gills in the right ribs. Walking the hands back to center. Inhale up to tabletop position, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck the toes. Elevate your hips, press them to the sky. Your palms are engaging to the top of the mat. Eyes and elbows shine towards each other. Gently roll the inner thigh back. Inhale, gaze to your fingertips, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet to meet your hands. Find a forward fold at the top of your mat, maybe snuggling the hands to interlace behind your back. Let the knuckles come up and over. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Just identifying, right, the sensations, the thoughts, the emotions that are on the surface. And then inhale, let the knuckles drop. Slowly bring yourself up to stand. Sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, settle the hands at heart center. Soften your gaze or close your eyes once again. And offer a gesture of friendship to your ego. It's one of the main forces that doesn't want to allow us to see our own duality, our own light and dark, our good, our bad. We're a little bit of everything. And this is essential. This is our nature. Begin to move past just identifying it into accepting it. Release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, circle them out and up. Lift your gaze past your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Release the belly to the top of the thigh. Left palm stays on the mat. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. Soften the left knee and draw back through your right outer hip. Exhale, release the right palm down. Twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, left arm up. Soften the right knee. Draw back through your left outer hip. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet to the back of the mat. Find the top of your push-up, bending at your elbows. Lower half or all the way to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll up to the toenail side of the foot. Lift your heart. Soften the chin. Exhale, draw the belly back to lift your hips high again to downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Using that breath as your guide, right? To begin digging past that naive layer of our consciousness into accepting. Inhale, gaze to your fingertips, come onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, move your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifts you all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Pause here. Soften the right knee. Step your left foot all the way behind you. Lower it down. Right hand starts to slide down the back thigh. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. poses. Revolved, exalted, low lunge. And then exhale, lower the left hand to the left long edge of your mat. Sweep the right arm up and over. You're taking a side stretch away from the front leg. Tuck your left toes under. Slowly lift your left knee as you lower your right hand to the long edge of your mat. Pivot your feet. Find a deep bend in your left knee at the back of the mat. Right toes up or down, your choice. Transverse lunge. Turning to your left, framing the left foot at the back of the mat. Right palm under your shoulder. Inhale, stretch the left arm up. Exhale, both palms to the earth. Step to plank shape, top of your push-up. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, gaze into your fingertips. Exhale, bend your knees. Move your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand facing the back of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. Right palm stays down. Inhale, stretch the left arm up. Soften the left knee. Step your right foot all the way behind you. Lower the knee to the mat. Nice and slow. That left palm still reaching up. As you inhale, the left hand slides down the back thigh. Right arm sweeps over your ear. Low, revolved, exalted lunge. Exhale, right hand drops to the side of your mat. Left arm sweeps up and over, a nice big side stretch. Squeeze your right glute, lean into it here to find that safe back bend. Right toes tuck under. Lower your left hand towards your right. Pivot your feet, deep bend in your right knee to the top of the mat. Inhale, turn to your right. Back towards the top of the mat, left palm under your shoulder. Inhale, stretch the right arm up for your twist. Hug the navel to the inseam of the right thigh. Exhale, both hands to the earth. Step your right leg back. Move through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Back to your breath, to that digging deeper, to acceptance. From acceptance, we can move to love, even those darker aspects of ourselves and others. We can find compassion and forgiveness. Inhale, gaze to your fingertips. Exhale, bend your knees. Feet move to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your big toes towards each other. Bend your knees. Drop your hips low. Sweep the arms up. Find a chair pose. Nice. Exhale, hands to your heart. Your left foot's going to step off to the side of your mat. Deep bend in your left knee. Find a lateral lunge. Inhale, back to chair pose. And exhale, over to the other side. Deep bend in your right knee. Transverse lunge. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold belly to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms high to low plank. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, lift your hips. Stepping the feet a little closer together. Inhale, sweep your right heel to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Set your right foot inside your right thumb. Dial your back heel flat, driving through your right shin. Anchoring through your left heel. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Bring the shoulders over your hips in warrior one. And that little scooping action of the pubic bone moving to your navel. Exhale, leaning warrior. Sweep your palms back. Hover the belly over that front thigh. And hug through the flesh of your outer hip. Lower the right hand towards your right shin or ankle. As you inhale, bring your left arm forward up to the sky. Press your right leg straight. Come to triangle shape. Feel that bottom rib cage, your right rib cage lifting underneath you and up towards your top hand. Exhale, lower your left hand to the top of the mat. Spin your back heel up. All 10 toes turn to your right as you breathe in. In the side plank. Stepping that right leg back to stack on top of left. Lower both hands to the mat. Move through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Breath in, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee draws to your nose. Set the foot inside your left thumb. Pivot your right heel flat. Inhale, circle the arms up. Warrior one. Driving through that left shin, anchor through your right heel. Imagine you're stretching out your mat with the power of your legs. Exhale, sweep the palms behind you. Leaning warrior, scoop the belly away from that front thigh. Draw the flesh of your outer hip in, right? Really learning to love the discomfort. Left hand to your left ankle or shin. Inhale, bring that right palm forward up to the sky, pressing your left leg straight. Left rib cage moves underneath you and then lifting up to that top hand. Triangle shape. Exhale, lower your gaze and your right palm to the mat. All 10 toes turn to your left. Maybe left hand rests on the left thigh for breath. Side plank, breath in. Stack the left leg over the right. Exhale, move through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Digging a little deeper in that flow this time. Gaze to your fingertips. Exhale, feet move to your hands. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Big toes towards each other. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale to chair pose. So when we dip into our shadows, it gets uncomfortable, and we learn to love these deeper layers of our consciousness, of our humanity. As you exhale, step to your left, find that transverse lunge. Inhale, one leg star. Weight into your right foot. Open out your arms and press your left heel to the side of your space. Eagle shape as you exhale, left thigh over right. Right arm over left. Sink nice and low. Maybe belly hovers over the front thigh. Breath in. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower the left palm under your shoulder. Inhale, sweep your right arm up for the twist. Exhale, right palm down. Dial your back heel flat. Driving through that right shin. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, sweep the palms behind you. Leaning warrior. Right hand to the shin or the ankle. Left arm circles up to triangle shape. Breath in. Exhale, sweep that left arm out over your ear. Take it down towards the long edge of your mat. Right toes dial in. Left knee bends. Transverse lunge. Lower your palms to the mat. Turn to frame your left foot. Right palm under your shoulder. Inhale, left arm up. Lower the right knee down. Left hand slides down your back thigh. Right arm sweeps up over your ear. Revolved, exalted, low lunge. Lower your right hand to the long edge of your mat to the side. Left arm comes up and over. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee. Lower the left hand next to the right. Turning back to that long edge of your mat. Deep bend into your right knee. Turning to frame the right foot at the top of the mat. All 10 toes turn to your right. Lower your left hip to the mat. Step and stack, right thigh over left, side plank. Exhale, both hands down, move through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing to your fingertips. Exhale, bend your knees, move your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big toes towards each other. Bend your knees. Drop your hips low. Inhale, sweep your arms up. This time we'll step out to the right for that transverse lunge off the mat. Right, press through your heels. One leg star, weight into your left heel. Burst your arms open. Press the right heel out to the side of your space. Exhale, eagle. Right thigh over left. Left arm over right. Twine the body up. Sink low. Hover the belly over your front thigh. Unravel the right leg, step it all the way back. Shoot it behind you, right palm to the mat. Inhale, stretch your left arm up, connecting the navel and the inner thigh. Exhale, left hand down, dial your right heel flat. Inhale, circle the arms up if you're a warrior one. Exhale, sweeping the palms back, hover the belly over your front thigh, hug everything to the midline. Left palm to your ankle or your shin, right arm circles out over the ear. Up to the sky, breath in, triangle shape. Lift the left rib cage up to your right hand. As you exhale, sweep the right arm out over your ear. Down to the long edge of your mat. Turn to your right. Find that deep bend in your right knee. Turning to frame your right foot at the back of the mat. Left palm drops under your shoulder. Inhale, stretch the right arm up. Start to lower your left knee to the mat. As you breathe in, right hand slides down the back thigh. Left arm sweeps over your ear, revolved, exalted. Lower your left hand to the left side of your mat now. Sweep the right arm up over your ear. Take this big side stretch away from the front leg. Tuck your left toes under. As you lift your left knee, lower your right palm next to the left hand. Deep bend in your left knee towards the top of the mat. Lateral lunge. Turning to your left, right palm under your shoulder. All 10 toes turn to your left. Soften your right hip to the mat. Horizon lunge. Step and stack. Left thigh over right. Side plank. Exhale, both hands to the earth. Bending your elbows. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Come back to your breath here. Once we identify those things that trigger us, our grudges, the things we dislike in others is often what we don't want to notice or accept in ourselves. We identify them, we accept, we give love. We understand that that's our nature, and we begin to embody not just the light side, but also the dark side of who we are. Inhale, sweep your right heel to the sky. Exhale, slide the right knee behind your right wrist, and then kick your toes over behind your left wrist. Find an early lifted pigeon. Walking the hands in, chest nice and proud. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Tuck your left toes under. Find the pinky toe side of your left foot. Right to wild thing. Right foot comes up, and then all the way behind you, tap it and open your chest to the sky. Come across in a gesture of the wild open heart. Exhale, both hands to the top of the mat. Slide your right foot between your hands. Keep the back heel lifted, engage left heel, left glute. Inhale, circle the arms up, high crescent shape. Scoop the navel and the pubic bone together as you bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, left elbow to your right knee or thigh. Prayer twist. Inhale, come on up to stand. 2 straight legs, pivot the back heel flat, reach up overhead, catch your right wrist, sky archer shape. Turn your right toes in and lower your right hand to the mat in a twist. Wide leg folds. Lower your gaze to the right hand, bend through your right knee, and then snake the right arm underneath your right leg. Drop your heart low. Left hand comes to meet the right in a bind underneath your right thigh. Come onto your right heel and pivot the toes to the top of the mat. Spiraling your rib cage up and to the left. So feel that right rib cage lift just like you did in your triangle shape. One more exhale here. Inhale, lift your torso. Right thigh stays the same. Pivot your left toes out. Cactus your arms. Find your goddess shape. Drop the tailbone straight to the mat. Inhale, stretch your arms out to star. Exhale, pivot the right toes in, your left toes to the back of the mat. You might bump your right foot in and out. Slide the left thumb to the pocket of your left hip, drawing back. Right hand comes down to the earth, spiraling the rib cage over to the left. Maybe extending your left arm up in revolved triangle. Exhale, swing your left palm down and 8 to 12 inches in front of your pinky toe. Inhale, elevate that right leg. Right hand to your hip, coax it to stack on top of the left. Outward spiral both thighs in half moon shape. Press through the heels. Find that outer leg line, right? Really embodying every inch of who you are. Right hand down. Slide the right knee to the mat just behind your left heel. Come all the way to a seat in your twist. Right elbow to the left knee or thigh. If you know a deeper variation and you'd like it, take it. Last exhale here. Inhale, turn towards your left foot. Right hand plants to the corner of your mat. Lift onto your right shin. Your left hand is still behind you. It'll catch the top of the right foot. Pressing foot into the hand, use the strength of your right quadricep to lift you up. Draw in through the flesh of your left outer hip. Revolve, dancer shape. Exhale, release your right leg. Cross it over the left. Find your eagle. Nice and low. Left arm over right. Twine the body up. Breath in. Shoot your right foot behind you. Lower the right palm under your shoulder. Inhale, stretch your left arm up for the twist. Exhale, left hand down. Dial your right heel flat. Inhale, circle the arms up. Warrior one. Exhale, sweep the palms behind you. Leaning warrior. Left hand, left shin or ankle. Right arm circles up overhead and to the sky. Triangle shape. Breath in. Exhale, circle the right arm in the opposite direction down and towards your right foot at the top of the mat. Transverse lunge. Turn to frame your right foot. Left palm dials under your shoulder. Right arm reaches up. Twist. Lower your back knee. Right arm still reaching up. Right hand slides down your back thigh. Breath in. Left arm up. Revolved, exalted. Big stretch over to your left. Right arm reaches up and over. Scoop the belly away from the right thigh. Tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee as you lower your right hand. Transverse to the left. Turning to frame your left foot and then dialing all 10 toes to the side of your mat. Drop your right hip down, horizon lunge. Step and stack, left thigh over right, side plank. Exhale, both hands to the earth, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. When we begin to embody, not just the light, the pleasant, the socially acceptable sides of ourselves, we find wholeness and freedom. We cease to feel like a sham, right? Like we're pretending. When we become our authentic selves. Both dark and light. Inherent duality, essential duality. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee slides behind your left wrist. Kick the toes over behind the right. This proud pigeon. Walk your hands back. Come up onto the pads of your fingers. Puff the chest up. Both hands back to the earth. Tuck your right toes under. The left foot is going to come up and around behind you. Just circle it. Tap it behind you, wild thing. Left palm to the mat. Left foot between your hands. Activate right heel, right glute. Inhale, circle the arms up. High crescent lunge. Lean back into that right glute. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Cross the right elbow over to your left knee or thigh. Prayer twist. Inhale, come on up to stand. Pivot your back heel flat. Reach up overhead, 2 straight legs, catch your left wrist. Dial your left toes in and lower your left hand to the mat. Right arm extending up in your twisted wide leg fold. Soften your left knee. Drop your heart low as you thread the left arm underneath your left thigh, palm faces out. Right arm snakes to meet it, bringing the palms to touch. Up onto your left heel, pivot the toes out so you really feel that outward spiral of your left thigh happening through the ball and socket joint. And then inhale, roll your heart up to the sky, drawing that left rib cage underneath you, just like we did in triangle. One more exhale here. As you inhale, lift your torso, left leg doesn't change. Cactus your arms and spin your right toes out. Dropping your tailbone straight to the mat. Press your knees back. Feel the glutes work. Inhale, stretch out to star. We did the one leg variation. This is the easy. Left toes dial in, right toes dial to the top of your mat. Bump your left foot in and out. Lower your left palm. Maybe right hand rests at the pocket of your right hip, drawing it back. Spinning your heart up towards the sky and over to your right, revolved triangle. Exhale, lower your gaze, slide your right hand 8 to 12 inches in front of your right pinky toe. Elevate your left leg. Bring your left hand to your hip, coaxing it to stack on top of the right again. Feel that outward spiral of both thighs and press through your heels, half moon. Maybe you extend the left arm up and lift your gaze. As you exhale, lower your hands, slide the left knee behind your right heel. Come all the way to a seat for your twist. Left elbow to the right thigh. Embodying not just our successes and our strengths, but understanding that there's an essential shadow side to those. Bring it to the light of our awareness. We embody also our failures and our shortcomings. Turn to face forward. Weight into your right foot, left palm plants to the corner of your mat. Up onto your left shin and your right foot. Reach back with your right hand and catch the top of the left foot. Squeeze through the right piriformis, that's the outer hip area, and then use the strength of your left quadricep pressing into your hand to lift you up so it doesn't have to come all from your low back. Use the strength of that left leg into your revolved dancer shape. One more breath in as you release. Wrap the left thigh on top of the right. Eagle, right arm over left, twine the body up. Sink nice and low, hover the belly over the thigh. As you unravel, shoot your left foot to the mat behind you. Lower your left palm, inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, right hand down, pivot your back heel flat. Inhale, circle the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, sweeping the palms behind you, leaning warrior. Right hand to right ankle or thigh, left arm circles up to triangle shape. Exhale, bring it out over your ear. Sweep it down to the long edge of your mat. Deep bend in your left knee, transverse lunge. Lowering your hands, turn to frame your left foot at the back of the mat. Right palm into your shoulder. Stretch the left arm up. Lower your right knee. Untuck the toes. Left hand travels down the back thigh. As your right arm sweeps up over your ear, revolved, exalted, low lunge. Exhale, big side stretch over to your right. So lower your palm to the side of your mat. Stretch the left arm out over your ear. Tuck right toes under. Lift that right knee, lower your left hand. Deep bend into your right knee at the top of the mat. Transverse lunge. Turning to frame your front foot. And then all the way to the right. Long edge of your mat. Dial your toes. Find the pinky toe side of your back. Dip hip. Dip your hip nice and low. Step and stack. Right thigh over left. Side plank, both palms to the earth, moving through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Coming back to that breath as your guide, your gateway. To really integrate and embody. So once we've allowed ourselves to embody, we can really integrate that aspect of ourselves that we had been denying. Inhale, gaze to your fingertips. Exhale, bend your knees and move your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Bring your big toes towards each other. Bend your knees. Drop your hips nice and low. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Find your chair pose. Right hands to your heart. Step way out to your left. Coming back to that transverse lunge. Taking a little bit of a challenge here. Inhale. Burst open to that one leg star. Weight into your right foot. Open your arms. Press your left heel out. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Slide the left thigh behind the right. Find a curtsy. You can hold here. Let yourself move into the discomfort or take a challenge. Right hand comes to the top of your left foot. Plant that left hand way out wide to the left long edge. And shoot the foot out to grasshopper shape. Lower your hips towards that right heel. Left leg comes straight and out to the right side of the room. Beautiful job. One more breath here. Whether you're in the curtsy or in grasshopper, release your hands. Press into your right foot and send that left leg to the sky. Hug the hips to step. Find half moon pose, extending your left arm up. Exhale, both hands to the earth. Set your left foot down. Heel toe the feet out nice and wide. Sink your hips low. Find a low squat. Hands to your heart. Steeple grip, Kali Mudra. Calling in that integration of our shadow sides. Moving past naive consciousness, where we are just noticing and observing on the surface, to really seeking the root cause of our reactions, our emotional patterns. Release your hands to the mat. Turn your toes in, keep your feet wide, soften the knees. Right arm's gonna slide underneath your right leg, palm faces out of your right hip. Bring your left arm up and behind you. Heel toe your left foot to center, come up onto your right tippy toes. Squeeze that inner leg line like there's a block right between your thighs and come all the way up to stand. Maybe retracting the scapula to the spine, opening your heart and stretching your right leg out straight in half moon. Coming right back down. Forward fold. Releasing the bind, bringing your big toes towards each other. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. Inhale, chair pose. You got it, home stretch. Exhale, step out to your right. Beautiful. Inhale, one leg star. Weight on that left foot. Press everything out to the side. Beautiful. Exhale, right thigh behind the left. Curtsy, hands to your heart. Staying here, squeezing, letting yourself integrate and embody. Taking a challenge if you'd like. Left hand to the top of your right foot. Right arm way out to the side. Shoot that right leg out straight to the left side of your space. Drop your hips towards your left heel in grasshopper shape. One more breath wherever challenge you took. Release your hands. Stretch that right leg up and out behind you. Hug the hips to stack. Maybe extending your right arm up. Half moon. Exhale, right hand down, right foot down, fold. Feet out wide, sink hips low. Malasana squat, steeple grip. Becoming whole and free from the fears, from the reactions, because we have done this work to understand and to absorb our shadows, bringing them into the light of our awareness. Release your hands down, lift your hips up, feet stay wide, soften the knees. Left arm threads underneath your left thigh, right arm comes up and over. Heel to your right foot to center. Come up onto your left tippy toes. Squeeze the inner thighs like there's a block between them and come all the way up to stand. Retracting the scapula, open your heart, right? Find that compassion for both the good and the bad within each of us. This essential duality of our nature, and then come on back down. Find your forward fold, release your arms. Shake the head no and nod it yes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms high to low plank. Moving through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Sliding your right shin forward, we'll take pigeon. Right knee behind the right wrist, kicking your toes over to the left. Maybe inching the hips back in space a bit to relieve any pressure on your knee. And when you're ready, melting the chest over your right thigh. And perhaps, again, here is emotions come up, right? Our hips are like our little emotional junk drawer. We've stashed a lot of stuff we don't really want to see or to deal with, to accept. we go through that process again of identifying, accepting, offering love so that we can embody and integrate, so that we can become free to be our authentic self, to gather up all the aspects of who we are that we have negated or forgotten. Moving into the deeper layers of our consciousness, right? This practice of yoga is and to heal the physical body so that we can access the deeper layers. Walking the hands in, lift your chest. Maybe reach back with the left hand for the left foot. Both hands to the top of the mat. Step the right foot back next to the left. Downward facing up. And sliding your left shin forward, left knee behind left wrist. Kick your toes over to the right. Maybe inching the hips back in space. Taking the weight out of your left knee. And then melting over your leg when you're ready. Slowly walking the hands in, lifting your chest. Right hand reaches back for right foot. Release. Both hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Lowering your knees to the mat. Keeping the toes tucked under. Sit bones to your heels. Bring the palms behind you. The thumbs are to the center of your heel. And the fingers are out, so you're cupping your heel and pressing down Roll your chest open. Start to lift the tailbone up into the pubic bone to draw your sit bones away from your heels and find camel shape. Come to your breath here. It's often challenging to breathe as we really open our hearts to integrate the shadows, those things deemed not acceptable by us or society. And slowly lower your hips back down. Bring the legs out in front of you. Extending them straight, draw the flesh out from underneath your sit bones. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, fold over your legs. Slowly rolling vertebrae by vertebrae down to your mat. Stretching your heels out so that they're mat width apart or wider, letting the toes flop in or out, resting the arms by your sides. Letting the fingers soften in, right? When we come to Shavasana, that is where we truly integrate what we've done. The mental, emotional, physical, and psychological debris is cleared aside with the process of our practice. And we become free in our authentic self. Coming back to the flow of your breath as that guide, that cloak. Protects us as we learn and we grow and we become vulnerable. Steadies us. Inhale and exhale. And offering some movement back into your body. Fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Placing your feet onto the earth and coming to rest on one side. Maybe there's a little something, a block, or a resistance you'll leave behind. As you press up to a seat, connect your hands in front of your heart, maybe coming back to your steeple grip Kali Mudra. Honoring yourself in this practice that really allows us to dance with the darkness, bringing our shadows into the light of our awareness, creating higher levels of consciousness where we're free to be our authentic self. Om Shanti, Namaste.